where did Ancestral Sin first start? I know you guys started in the late 80s. What town was
Well, that's your
As
piece
my
of cake.
Yeah,
it?
we started in 1989.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of friends from school who happened to like Slayer, SOD, whatever was
Mm.
in at the time, Anthrax, some Swedish noise as well. We decided to form a band, so that's what we did. Jake and me. Jake is the singer; he still
Mm.
is,
Yeah.
and some other guy who never played drums but sat down behind the kit and he started drumming like hell. So he was the drummer and I was the guitarist, and that's how we started. We started doing DRI songs just for practice, and what songs, English hardcore songs, heresy ripcord songs. And that's how we started in '89.
So what can you tell me about that, the scene that you were born into? Like what were the popular genres? What were the banging nightclubs? Did you have a really strong local scene, or did you kind of have to build one yourself?
I also have a question too, because
He's asking me a question now.
Yeah,
yeah,
this is a first for me. Okay, go ahead.
I also drum for bands similar age of class
Hmm.
KJ. And what they did is also is it's the tape trading era
Yeah,
where people were constantly, well, there was the only way to get in touch with other bands from other countries or even other people. So, but
yeah,
we never talked about tape trading. So, but
yeah,
did you do tape trading
yeah.
too?
We did a lot of tape trading. Yes, in
Mm.
the '80s was a tape trading decade, if
Yeah,
you will.
yeah.
And this is what built the scene. Yeah, to get back to your question,
Hmm.
the scene was built by tape traders, and especially abroad. You know, when we had contact with American tape traders and so on and so on, Swedish tape, English tape traders, and so this mingled, and we got hold of each other's music, and
Hmm.
sometimes what I mentioned, Swedish, we didn't understand the language, but it was punk. It was we liked the music.
Yeah.
And there was a scene. There was always a metal scene.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Totalitaire. Totalitaire is a really
Mhm.
old Swedish punk hardcore band. I think from the early 84, 84 they got existed. So
Yeah, and we have a Dutch
and
hardcore punk band called Larm,
yeah, Lechem.
Mhm.
Larm in English.
It's now seeing red. You
Yeah,
also have it's Lerm and
Yeah.
but their other band because they started up seeing red because I think what I always hear is that the guys from Lerm they couldn't always they had some private things to so they couldn't perform, so then they did seeing red so they could perform, but then in another setting. So
Right.
if that's what I've heard, anyways. But they're also from I think start the early 80s. One of the
Mm.
first bands blasting, doing the
Wow.
blast.
yeah, they're really fast, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I was just thinking the other day, you were talking about tape trading, and I was thinking that as much as, we might bemoan the collapse of the music industry and the rise of Spotify and everything like that, the one kind of good thing about Spotify and whatnot is that it, you now have, can you imagine when you were growing up, can you imagine having one little, like this magical little thing in your pocket and you can listen to everything you could possibly think of in
no,
one go? And
we
so,
wouldn't be talking to you if it wasn't for that, right? We wouldn't be
yeah,
talking to you. No.
like
So you're right. And we never imagined that. Never.
It's
yeah,
true. It's
it's
true, but it also takes away a little bit of the if you're a tape trader, then everything in tape trading is love for the music.
mm,
Yeah.
You do
mhm,
so much to get, you want that record, and you know you're doing your homework to get the address from a guy from abroad who's in a band that you're gonna like or maybe not, but you want to
Mm.
know what his music is. And now it's a click of a button. But then back in the days, you had to do a lot of homework
There was effort
to
in it, you know.
to
Yeah.
get, and you were writing a letter, you were
Yeah,
having contact.
by
So,
hand.
and those people, they still know each other. It's like
Yeah.
it's an endless friendship. And now it's just because, and what digitally, like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all that, I'm not on it anymore.
Mm.
But it's because it's not that.
Did that surprise you that to see the resurgence of vinyl? Did you ever see that coming?
No, I
Mm.
thought vinyl was dead in the mid,
I think everyone did.
you know, uh, mid 90s. Vinyl was gone.
I
And
legitimately, I was born in 80. So for reference, I was born in 85. So 95, I'm 10 years old. There you go. And I did not see a single, I don't remember ever seeing a record player in anyone's house
no,
growing up. It was just, they were gone.
yeah, yeah, and they're
Oh,
back.
yeah.
And you know what's weird? The last year we played in Germany on a festival, and we had CDs and we had vinyl of our latest album,
Yeah.
2022. No, not any German wanted a CD. They all wanted vinyl.
Yeah. I,
It's great.
I'm loving
Vinyl
it.
is
Yeah,
Yeah.
12 inch. It's big.
and even the musician, like the well-known musicians, like the big musicians, they now prefer to put it first on vinyl before they put it in on
Yeah.
Spotify.
Yeah.
It's it's
Ah.
the it's like going back 50 years in time, right?
What about
Oh,
Sense Music Media? Are you promoting vinyl in a way
oh,
or?
mate, we promote everything. Yep. So
Oh,
we primarily just focus on, if you had to pigeonhole us at all, is that we are primarily heavy music and alternative music. So we have, in the past I've tried to interview country music because why not? Like all sorts of different things. But then we've got nowhere to put them. So we're primary. We've got no one to see it. No one's looking at us for a country album. So we're just primarily focusing on, yeah, on metal or weird stuff, whatever we like. So yeah. But that's what I love about what I do is that if I hear something, and particularly if someone sent it to me, I'm like, oh, sweet. I might be able to get them on Zoom and actually talk to them about it, which just fills me with joy, guys. It really does.
Yeah,
So,
same here. Same here.
same here.
yeah,
Yeah, Brisbane.
I've managed to ask questions of almost every single one of my musical idols. All those posters that I had on the wall, I've got to speak to at least one. But it's like Corn, got the drummer. Like Deftones, I got to speak to him. Yeah, it's just
That's awesome.
mind blown.
Those
So
bands are a lot bigger than our band,
yeah, oh yeah, that's all right.
We're
And
like,
I'm a
But
grindcore fan as well. So I love. I have Kevin Sharp from Brutal Truth on Facebook now. Like, what? How crazy is my world?
I love this record. Well, yeah, he did one record with Lock Up, right? One or two?
yeah,
I think he's done two now.
Two,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah,
With the first time I saw him was, and I tell him this story all the time because it was the video for Sugar Daddy, and I had no idea what it was. I had no idea who the hell Brutal Truth were. All of a sudden, I've got this drummer who looks like he is having a seizure. You've got Kevin Sharp, this guy with a big beard, a cowboy hat, and bare feet, just roaring. I'm like,
yeah.
who are these people? Is this even a guitar riff? That just sounds like a wall of noise. I literally used to use that song to clear my wife's friends out if they were ever getting annoying. I'd just put that on and turn it up really loud. But
Well,
But
uh,
how would you describe our noise? It's not really grindcore, right?
nah, this
Oh,
is the interesting part. The reason and this is what I was getting to, I heard it, and you guys remind me of my absolute favorite Australian band, a band from Melbourne called King Parrot. Are you guys familiar with them at
oh,
all?
I don't know.
Yeah, I know
You
them.
know,
You
King
know?
Parrot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard I'm sorry, the EP, something of sin, wages of sin, your EP. Pardon me, I've blanked on the name.
Next of sin. Next of sin.
Next of sin, thank you. I heard Next of Sin, and yeah, particularly your vocal styles and everything, because Matthew Young from King Parrot has an extremely distinct voice, and you reminded me of him. And they describe themselves as thrashcore in the past, which I believe you guys may have as well. And I was like, oh yeah, yeah, it's got that grind element, but also leaning heavily into hardcore, which is something that I didn't grow up with. I did not grow up with punk music at all. That's only something that I've kind of shifted over to in my 20s. So I absolutely love it, guys. It's fantastic.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
Great
man.
to have a fan in Australia, mate.
Yeah, dude. I'm so and it honestly shocked me when I found out how long you guys had, the band had been around. I don't know, there's something about the album artwork or something. I thought it was more of a contemporary, more of a recent project. And I was like, holy crap, these guys have been around since the late
Yeah.
80s.
Yeah.
Wow. What do you
That's because we like it. We like it.
100%. What
Yeah.
else are you gonna do in life? But do
Yeah.
what?
Nothing like
People seem to
get
be under the impression that you're allowed to record great albums in your 20s and then you have to immediately stop doing it and grow up. Fuck that.
no way, no way, no way. Now
Nah,
you got to do what you're good at.
Well, it's also
100%.
Yeah.
it's also the only way venting what's going on in the world, no? Because
Mm,
that's also what we're doing. It's the only thing that you can do, in my opinion, because otherwise you have to go in politics or all that kind of bullshit, and it takes a lot of energy and a lot of time and a lot of frustration. And if you just sit, if you're in a band and you have, well, in my opinion, we have a really great songwriters, and we have good,
mhm.
our lyrics are great, because and that makes it, and that's only, well, that's what that's what pushes me to go on and make music. Because if we would stop, or Napalm Death would stop, or whatever band, I think Extortion, Australian
Mm.
band, they're doing it
Yeah, man.
too, fucking awesome. If they stop doing that, then, and what I also see, because we're doing that, is that the scene lately is, well, in, I don't know, yeah, in Europe, I don't know how it's in Australia lately, but you see a lot of youth,
Mm.
and I talk about 15 to 22-year-old youth. They love punk, they love hardcore again. They're in the pit, and not like, the backflip, kicking your face. No, just the regular humpapa punk, doing the moshy thing. It's like, it's awesome, It's great. It's great to see that again, and that,
Yeah.
that young people are still interested in that music, and also interested because of the lyrics, and because they feel, well, they feel, how do you say it?
Feel addressed
Yeah,
and they feel heard.
yeah.
You heard. Yeah, yeah. Hugely. So, so you guys are Denmark? Is that
The Netherlands.
Netherlands?
We're Dutch, we're Dutchies.
Yeah.
Dutchies. So what are
Netherlands.
the the local issues, that is it more global issues, or I guess what I would say is, what are some of the local issues that are the youth in that area are really motivated about these days?
The local issues, well, we
Yeah.
address global issues
Mm,
mostly.
yeah.
We have on the album before this, the full album called Social Hate Speech.
Mm-hmm.
We've got one track on that one which is locally addressed about a politician who
Mm,
was well, kind of fascist weirdo, and
mm,
wrote a song about a lyric and a song about him.
Yeah.
Uh, but we don't. When we announce the song, we don't say it's about him. We want people to discover to read the lyrics and discover what it's about. Sometimes we say it after the song, but this is local. But
Yeah.
mostly it's about the like one track on the EP next
Mm-hmm.
to Sin called "Hardcore Woke Up."
Mm-hmm.
It's about the woke movement, but the woke movement destroying itself by
Mm-hmm.
being over woke.
It's going over the top.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is a
Yeah.
global issue.
I was last weekend. I played in a town, or well, yeah, it's a city in the Netherlands, and then there's the hype that you you can't. I'm a drummer. I'm always sweating. It's always fucking warm. You know
Mm.
what it is anyway. So if sometimes you want to put out your shirt, right? But you can't do that over there. If you have, it's a violation of their how they see, because they're transgenders and they're how do you call them,
But binaural,
yeah, I don't need, they're
not
not
non-binary.
non yeah,
Yeah,
Yep.
non
Yep.
non-binary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
so, and if you put off your shirt,
The
it's
few,
a message for them, for yeah, what
yeah,
I don't even know the psychology behind it, but you can't do it.
yeah. You get
But even on the door, you can't smoke, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't put off your shirt. And,
can't take
Yeah.
it. Well, this is what
Fair
that
enough.
song is about, I think.
yeah,
Yeah,
and I think that's a little bit the where the woke is pushing it. Like it's going a little bit. It's too
Well,
far.
and that actually helps the other side, doesn't it? Because it ends up illegitimizing your cause and making you look crazy. And that's
yeah,
all you need to do to win an argument. You need to make the other side look crazy.
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, it's
Uh,
not.
and with that band, we also have a song called "Fucked Generation,"
yeah.
and the youth, like 15 to 20 years, they love that song because they feel like a fucked generation.
Hmm.
They don't have a perspective at all. War is probably coming, so where the fuck do we go? What are we gonna do? We don't
Mm.
know what to do. They don't have the house prices of the houses here are skyrocketing, so they don't have, they have to live with their parents probably for 10 years or more longer. They
Mm.
they have perspective. So, and you can
Yeah.
see that. I don't know what the situation is now in Australia, but
I
Oh,
know the
it's here
housing.
bad.
it's here pretty
Yeah,
fucked. It's pretty fucked.
Yeah.
pricing of house is also very high, right?
Yeah.
Australia is downright unaffordable. Where I am in Brisbane, I think the median house price was going up $500 a day. So yeah, it
It's crazy.
it's just
You have a house. Do you have a house?
no, we're looking to buy one, and we're probably about to get absolutely bent over and be in generational debt, but whatever.
Yeah,
That's fucked up.
same as here.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, I just got out of the army, so it's now adjusting to civilian life and trying to sort life out. And, yes,
You're out of the
yeah.
what? What?
Army. I was in the army
Oh,
for 11 years. So
What did you do? Corps Marine, command. What did you
so I was an infantry soldier for 8 years and then logistics for 3. So yeah. So I used to carry a machine gun and run up hills and shout a lot and all that fun stuff.
yeah.
Turns out, yeah.
The first track is about war, professional
Yes,
Yes,
war.
that
I saw that in the
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah. Again, we'll lift up. Don't worry about the filter. But I'll just put up the album art over, over the Zoom thing. But yeah, it's we're in a wild state of affairs, aren't we? Like you think of kids. I forget that people. Look, I'm 40. You're of a different generation as well. Can you imagine that all this stuff that we're considering completely crazy that's happening in the world right now? Someone who's 18 years old, this is all they've known. Can you imagine being 18 years old and the only American presidents you have known is Donald Trump and Joe
yeah.
Biden?
Oh,
What?
I
What?
hate to imagine that. Yeah. Well,
Oh, man. Kanye West just released.
I prefer always to call them old money.
Yeah,
It's old
100%.
It's old money. It's
Yeah.
just old people with old money, old habits. They don't want to change anything. They just want to go on. He wants to do the coal mines again, right? He
Yeah.
wants to put back coal mines. Like what are you? It's not 1940 anymore, you know? It's like what's going on with you? And they all love it. Like why do you love that? I don't understand it.
But cheers.
Everyone is in on this. Trying, Nancy Pelosi, the Speaker of the House, is supposedly been a public servant her entire life. How many hundreds of millions of dollars has she earned? Where did that money come from? Like,
But do you really think that she gives a fuck?
no, because why
care.
not? Who
She
cares?
doesn't care. Who cares, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Evidently, if I watch here and then I watch to political debates, right? And there's an do you call it and the voorzitter? What do you call them?
Chairman.
The chairman is there,
Yeah.
and they always have to say, "Chairman, I want to say something," and then they have to say to the person. And if I would be a chairman, it's like you don't have to say chairman all the fucking time. What the fuck? Fucking child, just talk to the guy, right? He's standing over there.
It's like,
And
stop pretending like you have manners. Yeah.
and it's all childish bullshit. Where they're talking about. It's like
There's no solution.
no, there's
ever.
no solutions. They're only fighting with they're not fighting, but they're just jibber jabbering about stupid bullshit. Never talk about the cause, but never a solution.
Mm.
It's only talking about something.
And politics is fucking boring, but
Yeah.
we tend to make it interesting with our
Yeah.
fans.
I said to a friend of mine, I said, well, you know what I would do? Should just give me like a minigun and send me to The Hague, and I would just shred them all. And then he said, well, that's what you're like fucking 16. That's like a puber, how you call it?
Puberty. Yeah.
It's like a puberty answer. So yeah, but that's the only thing that I can think of, and I'm almost 40. And I don't have any other solution. Just mow them down. Yeah. V for Vendetta, that movie?
Yeah.
Love it.
Remember the 5th of November.
I love the movie.
Me too.
And it's a great solution.
Last one to close out on, and you might find this interesting. I personally, I don't agree with the sentiment, but it's an interesting conversation piece. Is punk music better under conservative governments? True or false? What do you think?
Yeah. It's more fierce.
That's just it got me thinking, and it's obviously got you thinking.
Well, it's because Australia is a republic, right? Republic.
No, we've got prime ministers and all that kind of good stuff, and we're a boring old democracy and all that good stuff. I mean, allegedly.
Well, because I have to think about Extortion, which is a very fierce band. It's very.
Yeah.
I got to see them for the first time in 2023. It blew my mind. Like, I remember trying to describe why they sound so unique, and then I think I figured it out. Are his vocals synchronized to the kick drum? Because it's just when he starts an Extortion song, it's just like the vocal delivery I have never encountered anywhere else. And Rowan's vocals.
The first song of the EP.
Yeah.
We wrote it on the kick.
Something about Extortion, because I feel it's just got that really fast double kick, and I swear Rowan's vocals, he is only shouting when the kick drum's on it, and that just gives it this incredible texture. God bless him. I love him a bit.
The question was about punk music. Is it better when under conservatives?
Yeah.
I do think they're more fierce because they disagree more with them.
Angrier.
So for the music and the fierceness of the music and the sharpness of the lyrics, it's better.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But it's just unfortunate everything else suffers. uh,
It's
oh,
difficult, and it's a difficult question, I think. But I
yeah.
think I have to agree with the because I also know more conservative bands than I know like punk Republican bands and
Mm, mm. Well, I think we mostly do. It has been interesting interviewing a couple of, obviously you can imagine I'm a music journalist. 90% of the people I speak to, are very, very left-wing, left-leaning people. And it's been really fascinating for example, I think there was a metal band, Exodus.
yeah.
Their singer is, pretty staunch Republican. And we got to sit there and he's sitting there smoking weed and going, "Oh yeah, Joe Biden, he's no good." And I was like, "Well, this is interesting. Like I like
Yeah.
hearing from other people, so it's good."
Yeah. Have you ever interviewed like Philip Fasciani or Brett Hoffman from Malevolent Creation, Hate Plow?
No, no.
Oh,
Similar
shit.
ones, I imagine.
Yeah, they're really right. Really
Yeah,
right.
that'd be
Yeah.
interesting. I'll talk to anyone. I don't care.
Or the guy from Iced Earth, that guy was yeah, he was in front. You know what I mean, right?
I remember that photo. Now that would be an interview. Well, it's
We
funny.
did a show with Misery Index,
Yeah.
DRI, but they were more to the left side.
Yeah,
I had the impression they were more on the left wings.
I think Dying
Mm.
Feet.
Dying fetus, I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, that,
it's difficult to find. I don't know in America like the bands we play with. I play with Terrorizer. I want to play with. I really want to play with Repulsion one day, but I
mm,
don't think they're gonna tour anymore. I don't know for sure. But also one band which I don't know for sure with like Mortician.
mm, mm, yep.
Yeah, it's a weird band. You know what? Well, not Roger, like the guitar player drummer,
Mm.
but Will he's another kind. He's a different guy.
Fucking sicko.
Uh, guys, this has been rad. I have another interview in a few minutes, so I'm going to love you and leave you. Thank you very much for your time. Congratulations on the album, guys. I hope Ancestral Sin can come to Australia someday. So thank you very much.
If you could set it up somehow for
Or
us,
give some context.
give us some context. We could.
Yeah, no, I'll just start sending the EP everywhere and we'll go from there. I
Thank
love it,
you.
guys. Be good.
Thank you very
Nice
much.
to meet you.
Goodbye, Tom.
See you guys.
Good
See ya.
luck.